So do we have a phone for here today?
We gather together to ask the Lord's blessing. He chastens and hastens His will to make known. The weak and oppressing now cease from distressing. Sing praises to His name, He forgets not His own. Sing praises to His name, He forgets not His own. Beside us to guide us, our God with us joining, ordaining, maintaining His kingdom divine. So from the beginning the fight we were winning. Thou, Lord, were at our side, all glory be Thine. pray that thou still a defender wilt be. Let thy congregation escape the tribulation. Thy name be ever praised, O Lord, make us free. Thy name be ever praised, O Lord, make us free.
Familiar highways, lined with leaves turn brown, making my way back into my hometown. Funny how this all looks different, but it feels the same. Like how life never stops changing, but some things never change. So fill your plate and fill your drink, and fill this house with family, the kind of love that all these years can't wash away. Cause the older that I get, I see that life is short and bittersweet. Thank God for this Thanksgiving Day. Watching football, watching families grow, the old kids' table, all have kids of their own. Starting to see my grandfather in my nephew's eyes. Mom still can't talk about him and I'd almost cry. So fill your plate and fill your drink, and fill this house with family, the kind of love 1,000 miles can't wash away. Cause the older that I get, I see that life is short and bittersweet. Thank God for this Thanksgiving Day. Plate and fill your drink, put your dishes in the kitchen sink, and let the leftover year just wash away. As we made it through, I do believe, the longest year in history. Thank God that it's Thanksgiving Day.
Take our places at the table, a moment to remember and reflect upon our wealth. Here's to loving friends and families, to being able to gather here together in good company and health. released from all those feelings that would harm us. May we have the will to give them up and get them gone. Heavy are the satchels full of anger and false promise. May we have the strength to put them down. May the light of love be shining deep within your spirit. May the torch of mercy clear the path and show the way. May the horn of plenty sound so everyone can hear it. May the light of love be with you every day. And may we wish the best for everyone that we encounter. May we swallow pride and may we do away with fear. But only what we do not know that we have grown afraid of, and only what we do not choose to hear. May the light of love be shining deep within your spirit. May the torch of mercy clear the path and show the way. May the horn of plenty sound so everyone can hear it. May the light of love be with you every day. And as we bless our daily bread and drink our day's libation, may we be reminded of the lost and wayward soul, the hungry and the homeless that we have in every nation. May we fill each empty cup and soul. May nothing ever come between or threaten to divide us. May we never take for granted all the gifts that we receive. Being ever mindful of the unseen hands that guide us and the inner love that calls us to believe. May the light of love be shining deep within your spirit. May the torch of mercy clear the path and show the way. May the horn of plenty sound so everyone can hear it. May the light of love be with you every day. May the horn of plenty sound so everyone can hear it. May the light of love be with you. May the light of love be with you. May the light of love be with you every day.
Morning. Nice to have you all here. I hope you came hungry, and I hope you can stay. This congregation is one that's built on covenant and not creed. We are here because of our promises of how we will treat one another, and in covenant about the ideas that it matters how we treat other people. The way we live this life matters. We don't have to all agree. We don't all have to love alike. But we do believe how we live this life matters, and how we treat one another is important. Not just these people, but everyone. It's not an easy thing to keep in mind, and it's a hard thing to walk out in the world. But we are here to encourage one another to learn how to do that, and to encourage one another on the spiritual path that is our calling. So we front load these services with a little bit of information. I want to make sure that you know whoever you are, whatever your age, race, origin, orientation, background, status, ability, identity, if you care to be here with us in mutuality, you are always welcome. Our former board president, Sally Wood, has some announcements.
Current title, past board president. I want to welcome y'all. I want to welcome y'all today. After the service, we have a feast and fellowship hall down the way. Whether you brought something or not to share, you're welcome, and please come down and visit with us and get to know your fellow congregants better. The Taste of Interfaith at the table, there's in the back a flyer so you can see that. It's coming up December 7th. Want you to be ready for that. The Highland Blessing Dinner, we do the first week, which is next week, so if you want to become a part of that, please come. You can
Not this week.
not this week, next week. Sunday's the beginning of the week for me. And you can either help by serving food or being at the table and visiting with people. Give away the plate this month is the Food Bank of Northwest Louisiana. Even though the SNAP is coming back again, people still have empty shelves. So please be sure to share some food. Some money is better, actually, because they can get more food with the money you give than the money you spend at the grocery store. So that's our giveaway the plate. Volunteer for the month is Jennifer Russell. I think I can think of two things maybe that she doesn't get involved with in this church and serving this church and serving you as friends. She is a remarkable human being, and we are happy and loving having her here with our church. Next Sunday is the Louisiana Trans Advocates meet here at about 1 o'clock, I think. 1:30, the first Sunday of every month. If you don't understand what being a trans means, if you know someone who might need benefit from your help or from us, please attend. It's a wonderful thing. Join something in the church. There's lots of ways you can give that don't involve money and involve time. Some time is more than other times. But volunteer, you will find that the more you put into an organization, the more you get out of it. This book, E.M. Forster's Maurice, was written in 1913, and he knew that it could not be published because it is about homosexual love. It finally got published 60 years later, and it is now on the banned list and in peril of departing bookshelves in the libraries. Oh. It's an excellent book. He is an excellent writer. And I have brought it and I'm introducing it because I want y'all all to start, again, bringing books for the John Tuggle Band bookshelf that we have in the back and increasing it. And it doesn't matter if the book you bring is already on there. That means that two people can read it at the same time. So thank you for coming. And if you have any questions, see me after the service.
So the kids do not get sung out to their classes today. Y'all stay in the service and do all of this with us. And then we all go down to the social hall as part of the service to have our little ritual. Maybe I should go ahead and talk about that a little bit now. When we finish this part of the service, we try to, without hesitation, process down to the social hall and file in to the seats so that every seat is full. This is not where you will be sitting to eat your lunch. This is not someplace that you have to get wedded to. But it makes for a whole lot smoother ritual if we can fill up every chair. From the back of the social hall, we go in the back of the social hall and to the farthest chairs across the social hall, and then walk back this way in the social hall to fill up the chairs. Does that make sense to anybody? Okay. We'll have people help direct you, but it's a really nice little bread and water ritual that has no religious connotations, and so there's nothing to be afraid of. And it's a big part of the tradition here at this congregation for Thanksgiving before our feast. And it's really a lot of the meat of this service. I think as part of the welcome, I will go ahead and try to have Taha do our land acknowledgments. Let me ring the chalice and bring us into a spirit of elevating and contemplating matters of worth.
Okay, so this will be our land acknowledgement. If you don't know what that is, it became popular probably around 2010, where universities or organizations will have a formal acknowledgement of the indigenous peoples who lived on this land before us, and it's especially important around this time, Thanksgiving, given the history around that and how a lot of that is being, So, I would like to acknowledge that this church, All Souls Unitarian Universalist, is situated upon traditional territories. The territories include the Osage, Caddo, and Quapaw nations. The treaty that was signed for this particular parcel of land is collectively referred to as Session 202 of the Schedule of Indian Land Sessions of 1894, and applies to lands throughout Caddo Parish and southwest Arkansas. I also recognize the enduring presence of indigenous peoples on this land today. And if you would like more information, I would encourage you this Thanksgiving to go to native-land.ca to look up what land your house is on. So.
Ms. Susan? For this song, it's great to remain seated. We're just doing one verse, and the lyrics are on the screen. Come, ye thankful people, come, raise a song of harvest home. All the crops are gathered in, safe when winter storms begin. All creation will provide for our needs to be supplied. Come to love's own temple, come, raise a song of harvest home. Let us join hearts in gratitude on this wondrous day, where we have the abundance of our lives before us. We remember on this day where we celebrate bounty, all those who do not have enough, who are afraid, who are lonely, and who suffer. We wish for the abundance of this world to be shared, for fear to become love, for the lonely to feel welcomed, and for the suffering to know rest and joy. For the labor, the love, the care that gave us the delights of this and every day, we say thank you. We give thanks. For the nourishment of our spirits and the challenges that strengthen us, and the friends we have on this journey, we say thank you. We give thanks. For all that is our lives, for these good gifts, we whisper, thank you. We give thanks. Overflowing with gratitude, let us shout, thank you. Will you do that with me? Thank you. We give thanks. Is there anyone who would like to help me with the first part of the chalice lighting? It's lighted. Thank you. It's just hard to see. I'm afraid to beef it up any. It's dangerous. The heart glow that we bring is here too, okay? This is a song that I wrote a long time ago for us, and I hope you'll stand and try to sing it with us. We are thankful for those who have come before. I think I started us in the wrong place. We are thankful for those who have come before. We are thankful. Thank you. We are thankful. We are thankful for shelter and joy from the storm. We are thankful. We are thankful. We are mindful of the many blessings we share. In this circle of trust, we are bound by our care. Let us lift up our wonder and humbly declare we are thankful, thankful. We are thankful for every opening door. We are thankful, we are thankful. We are thankful for healing and justice restored. We are thankful, we are thankful. We are learning to live every day as a prayer. In a world full of pain, we are bound by our care. Let us lift up compassion and humbly declare we are thankful, thankful. That was the second half of our chalice lighting. Now, would you please join me in the unison affirmation? Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve human need, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the sacred. Thus do we covenant with each other. And Miss Susan is going to play us another hymn that I did not write. And we are thankful. Gather the Spirit, harvest the power. Our separate fires will kindle one flame. Witness the mystery of this hour. Our trials in this light appear all the same. Gather in peace, gather in thanks, gather in sympathy now and then. Gather in hope, compassion, and strength. Gather to celebrate once again. Gather the spirit of heart and mind. Seeds for the sowing are laid in store. Nurtured in love and conscience refined, with body and spirit united once more. Gather in strength, gather in thanks, gather in sympathy now and then. Gather in hope, compassion, and strength. Gather to celebrate once again. And I would like again, thank you, please be seated. I would like again to invite Taha back to tell us about something we need to be mindful of.
Thank you. Part of being an apartheid-free congregation means not just recognizing the genocide in Palestine, but also right here. And so I'm going to speak a little bit more on the Native American perspective of Thanksgiving. Last year, I had read the letter from Leonard Peltier for Thanksgiving, but I'm happy to report he didn't make one this year because he was actually pardoned by Joe Biden before leaving office. So anyways, this is the United American Indians of New England's statement for the National Day of Mourning. Since 1970, Indigenous people and their allies have gathered at noon on Coles Hill in Plymouth, Massachusetts, to commemorate a National Day of Mourning on the U.S. Thanksgiving holiday. Many Native people do not celebrate the arrival of the Pilgrims and other European settlers. Thanksgiving Day is a reminder of the genocide of millions of Native people, the theft of Native lands, and the erasure of Native cultures. Participants in the National Day of Mourning honor Indigenous ancestors and Native resilience. It is a day of remembrance and spiritual connection, as well as a protest against the racism and oppression that Indigenous people continue to experience worldwide. Join us as we continue to create a true awareness of Native peoples and history. Help shatter the untrue image of the Pilgrims and the unjust system based on white supremacy, settler colonialism, sexism, homophobia, and the profit-driven destruction of the earth that they and other European settlers introduced to these shores. Solidarity with Indigenous peoples' struggles throughout the world, from Turtle Island to Palestine, colonialism is a crime. And then on this Thanksgiving, I encourage you to go to uaine.org, and they will be streaming at 11 a.m. Central Time this year's National Morning, both on their website and YouTube. So, thank you.
Thank you, Taha. And as we consider those for whom we have not done enough or known enough, I want to talk about a little bit about what is enough. And I found this wonderful quote by Lao Tzu: "They who know enough is enough will always have enough." What do you think he meant by that? Yeah, enough is enough. And they who know enough is enough will always have enough.
What is enough?
What is enough? What does it mean to have enough?
What
Plenty.
is plenty?
Plenty of something. What is plenty? The amount of
Very
something,
good.
yes, the amount of something you have that you can survive off of.
Yeah, Ava's raising her hand.
Yeah, Ava. Oh, there you are. To have enough to live comfortably, but not too much. How much is too much?
And how comfortable is comfortable?
And how comfortable is comfortable? That's another, yeah. But it's another great answer. Yeah, I still remember last week's answer to that question. And it was a good answer. How much is enough? And what do you do if you have enough and maybe a little bit more? What could you maybe do with that? Share, yeah, share it with others. Share
Is it always easy to figure out how to do that?
If you're giving to the poor, you have to figure out what their size is.
So, what, did he say clothes?
Yes,
So
yes.
he was talking about if you're giving clothes away to someone who might need them, you have to figure out what size they need. If you're dealing with specific people, and are there places that you can take them no matter what size they are? Goodwill is one for sure.
The clothing closet at the Highland Center, that's right, that's right.
How much time is enough time to help? Any amount, that's a great
Any amount
answer.
is a great answer, yes, whatever time you have. There's never enough time, any amount, and it's never enough, yeah. Yeah. But if we all use the little bit of time, then that could help other people maybe have enough. A little goes a long way. Sometimes it does. Sometimes a little goes a little way, but sometimes a little really can go a long way. Reverend Barbara was just talking about the food bank and how it's wonderful to bring food, and if extra food is what you have, by all means, bring it, and we'll get it there. And
Sally was saying that.
yeah, not that. Sorry, Sally was saying that. But if you have, if you can spare the money, they can get the food cheaper. They have sources. They have their ways. So, and speaking of enough and not enough, we will next week will be the first Sunday of Advent. And we will have our mitten tree up. We always do a mitten tree for Maggie Lee's Closet at the Highland Center, which is a children's clothing closet. But for the mitten tree this year, That tree skirt that's under the tree, we need coats and blankets. Kids' coats, adult coats, coats, all sizes. They'll figure out what size they are, Jackson, once they get there. So it doesn't matter. Kids' coats, adults' coats. And blankets, what we want to do is try to keep some blankets on hand at the Highland dinner so that if someone is unhoused, is working on getting housing, they can have a blanket that night rather than having to wait till the clothes closet is open. Yes, Ava? It can be gently used, yes. New stuff would be great, but yes, if it's gently used and looks like new, of course, of course. All right, I think we're going to sing a song about the very thing we've been talking about. And I have to go get my music.
Got plenty and then some. What do I do?
I got plenty and then some. What do I do? I got plenty and then some. What do I do?
I go out and help somebody. Get plenty and then some too. That's what I'll do. Got a roof over my head. What do I do?
Got a roof over my head. What do I do? I got a roof over my head. What do I do?
I go out and help somebody. Get a roof over their head too. That's what I'll do. I got supper on the table.
Supper on the table.
What do I do?
What do I do? Got supper on the table.
Supper on the table.
What do I do?
What do I do?
I got supper on the table.
Supper on the table.
What do I do?
What do I do? Go out and help somebody. Get supper on the table too. That's what I'll do.
'Cause I got it to give.
I've got to give.
I got it to give.
I've got to give.
And when you find what's yours to give away, it's the only way to live.
I'm in my way. What do I do?
I'm the only thing in my way. What do I do? I'm the only thing in my way. What do I do?
I gotta make sure others are the only thing in their way. Make sure others are the only thing in their way. Make sure others are the only thing in their way too. That's what I'll do.
Boom shaker. Okay, the title this morning is As Good as a Feast. What are the two words that are missing from that expression? Enough is as good as a feast, is the quote. There is some disagreement about where that quote originated. In something called the Free Dictionary, it says that who was it? Euripides, in the 5th century BC, was the first person who had that idea, and that it was intended to say that, there's no need for greed. If you have the things that you actually need, that's enough. But then AI says that Euripides didn't say that. It's traceable to Chaucer between 1388 and 1400. In the Canterbury Tales, Chaucer said, sufficiency is as good as a feast. So that's in the Nun's Priest Tale. So we know it's there. We don't know where it might have happened before that. But the idea is a whole lot older than I am. And it's a whole lot older than anybody we know. Unless, you're communicating with others. So the proverb means that having more than you need is no better than having just enough. Is that what the world is telling us these days? Is there anything about that idea that you're going to see in ads on the television during this holiday? Are they telling us that when they start putting Christmas trees up before Halloween? Are they reminding us to be thankful? Whoever they are. I mean, the proverbial they. But I really think that expression is more of a reminder to have a little bit of perspective on how fortunate we are. When I think in terms of enough, I look around my own house and living space, and I'm embarrassed at how very much is there and how little of it is actually necessary. And if you want to come help me clean out some of it, I would be very grateful. I'd be happy to give away a lot of it. So just exactly what is enough? It's not something we really think about very often unless we're eating a meal and we actually hit a place where we think, that's enough, and stop. I don't know that I'm very good at that. But this is from Naomi King. Every day we experience hunger and yearning for food, for approval, for respect, for love, for meaningful work, for any and enough work, for home, for family, for friends, for health, for healing, for hope, for the departed, for the newly arrived, for the green trees, or for cool, clean water, for shade in the heat and warmth in the cold, and for stars in the night sky. But every day we are invited all over again to be thankful for food, for approval, for respect, for love, for meaningful work, for any and enough work, for home, for family, for friends, for health, for healing, for hope, for the departed, for the newly arrived, for the green trees, the cool, clean water, shade in the heat of the day, warmth when it's cold, and stars in the night sky. Just for a moment, if you will, let's consider our personal, actual needs, the necessities of our life, what we need right now. What are we having to do without that is likely to compromise our health or well-being if we continue to do without it? We, of course, hope that those who are a part of the congregation will let us know if there are things you need that we can help with or help you find assistance for. Meister Eckhart said, if the only prayer that you ever say in your entire life is thank you, it will be enough. So let us stop for a moment and actually identify all the needs in our lives, our personal lives, that are met, that we do have enough of, and as you come through them, one thing at a time, internally, offer the words thank you to the universe. To give thanks in solitude is enough. Victor Hugo said that, and he said, Thanksgiving has wings and goes where it must go. Your prayer knows much more about that than you do. Naomi King also said, our hearts beating in liberating flight, we soar in gratitude for all the gifts we have in this day, in this lifetime of being, and turn again to share what bounty we have with all that is. Would you join me, please, in one more brief song? And then we will take our procession down the hall. I'll go first if y'all will follow me. Maybe starting with the back of the congregation. And then I have a few words after this song. We gather together in humble thanksgiving, enjoying creation whose bounty we share, for gifts beyond measure that all support our living. We sing a hymn of praise and wish peace everywhere. May life bring enough challenge to fuel your dreams, enough affirmation to honor your gifts, and enough nurture to give your spirit peace. May your heart remain soft enough to love and strong enough to protect itself. May we continue to attune to what Reverend Howard Thurman called the sound of the genuine within ourselves. May we become quiet enough and still enough to notice the call deep within us that lures us towards what matters most. This call that lures us toward freedom and purpose and action. We ask for guidance and space and time to do just that so we can lead the lives we feel most called to live.
Separate fires will kindle one flame. Witness the mystery of this hour. Our lives in this light appear all the same. Gather in peace, gather in thanks, gather in sympathy now and then. Celebrate once again. Gather the spirit of heart and mind, seeks for us sowing our laden store, nurtured in love and conscience refined, with body and spirit united once more. Gather in peace, gather in thanks, gather in sympathy now and then. Gather in hope, compassion and strength, gather to celebrate once again. Gather the Spirit growing in all, drawn by the moon and fed by the sun, winter to spring and summer to fall, the chorus of life resounding as one. Gather in peace, gather in thanks, gather in sympathy now and then. Gather in hope, compassion and strength.